Ifila jalon natale kotenke yamaru My heartfelt apologize. Guys, Rokuda. But Gambia le jarta wala. Alada amen. Very nice. Risky call him. I'll be control to na control. Jalbala en kumola mtonyati. Gambe mo beretati. Momo ala ke iketa diamonati. Iketa yamarlalti do kole be manak. Kukile mbente la problem o nyindi wala nyindi ko. Alen kana song. Ngamira mo la miro la. Ngam fawn la hakilo use. Ala hakilinde umendi ye lamo wala. Tonya nyimbe expose la at later part. Gambe mbele tati na mo kane fanjo kwete tamu gambiati. Jalba ku ya da kata. Resti ko fele. Jarangol. Baraka wa. Na bayi sila. Mem murmuru na koteke. Mande tumuro nyini karo soto Gambia dingoliye. Especially in the far right extremism. Sulanen kunjaro nyini kadana na solo Gambia na la Italia nyini ka. Wala mjumadi wala nyendiko. Iko Jammeh Commission of Volume 4. Gambia na nyini ka. Muna na Adama Barrow list men publish. Ila Jammeh Commission of Volume 4 nyini imantara diamo kawala. Uti yen lata. Mina afalale Jammeh Commissions. Sona wali junior bulai free. Manchester will kaimo ma beef is already. Manchester failure men so the nyine kamenda ko. No nengo faje bina fala kasila. No. Maringa da wala no. Anyway, sila nin kunjaro nyine kalo so Gambia dingole. Volume 4. The Jammeh Commission of Volume 4. Laftanga nyini karo ke Gambia no la wala da monati na Adama Barrow la mansa kunda. Imam Volume 4 finti ni Gambia dingole. Wale la Minister of Misinformation, Doctors Ismaila Sisa temu pathological liar. Ndame mama di kurane mu wuloti. Bari nini ata wulol bela wulum banga. Manengol ga me wulol bela wulum banga. Yalante mu sulane ndemo solla bari ngole ti tanatendela. And no men file B silanteka operate sila as NSG double P. Mantra diamoka mola party toyala. Mantra from associated with any political party la. If any political party wishes, you can expel me at any hour. But Tonya and Rubeta Amala wala Tonya. No nga feel like on a far right extremism yajako. Kadulu jiso jani le camera comment. I follow a lesson. I want to enter a business. India Mokumaze water motor found to a friendly story corner. So if you are not satisfied with my followers, and they can immediately can landile etaranji be parallel party menatung no nekaji over 2,000 people like ajibe do and the rest men katraji buka pare ka show out will be mu far right extremists. Ndeka tarila skin sol le kono. Anyway, rangana nyomi tabasa ba folongo pare. So sulanin kunjaro nyini karola kana ko Gambia dingol men yalan ko be siri be wewe la about the Gambian or la property so la list or la Adam Barrow la Mansakunda entire publish. Ikali nyini ka Jammeh Commission or la volume 4. Volume 4 le munde amune contain. Ndoleka anything for jandreka tanan jan. Adam Barrow kumbaji la. Nintol ba sevelan ka keten. So alkana al first jute ni number me alkani la do nyum defon la personal number la. So the name alkan ka pia jang mun defon la personal name la alkana sila wala sulan ko nyal alkana sila ntela ni mo special mobile phone ol tinyi. Nde damal ni mobile phone ni mobile ni number ben dronable. And very few trusty individual lenye so alkana worry. Sulan ko nyara ni karoka ko Adama Barrow la ila masa kunda fele ibediamo siani na Adama Barrow na nasika kanaka fani ya batembendi Gambia dingole katandila ko Jammeh Commission onyin wala Jammeh property so la listol Jammeh Commission onyin mang report onyin taka kitolye and brio ki a very controversial statement on the Gambia dingole many alan ko tonya ta ko la bemu fabricated one of that so siani ko jaro na dambe ka wala nyindi ko di volume 4. The volume 4 of the Jammeh Commission men contain wala mondiko the Jammeh landed properties. Alikamela ko Adama Barrow got the bunches of Jammeh land ying mea sambake banko la property so many ko land so la gameno la lands many ko develop one of them. Adama Barrow na la Manjum state got the big chunk of that lands. Can you believe this? Adama Barrow didn't kill member America also got a land from Jammeh property so Adama Barrow didn't kill Adama Barrow didn't member America also got his own land through Jammeh this Jammeh property so I'll send you God. Elma UDP la far right extremist in a use like Gambia jabal be la fugitive de la fugitive ya olon de journal follow ya mbodi ma va bende shula kodle bare nga allegation men dira wala man na fenya at later part he continued on nothing kola so until taka proof la so Adama Barrow most of the Jammeh land solmeniana located area the most expensive part in the countries, the most expensive land moneketa in land. The Adama Barrow molmen assign, Alamasa Kunda molmen assign land business on Ingona one Mr. Jaloti lawyer under the Ministry of Justice, Batambidu, and in Batambidu la Mosol. Wole nying land sol nye mole special mole loni meni anan ko wole kataka land sinta ke value ke wafi. Inarana menke je there are some of the list ye me anan ko ya tampale and this is the volume 4 of the Jammeh Commission report nye. Biri anan ko the amount of landed property sol men beja ni meni anan ko man develop ya Jammeh mole land sol menta including Baba Job ni land container korra. Adama Barrow la mol anala business partner sol men kalil waganyoldi wolle nyin land sol nyinta wolat na the volume 4 of the Jammeh Commission on ya tampa ya bonni nyaadi wolat na all these reports sol men ka fendi nyin listol nyi wola part nyimbuka abuka nano monebe keri zande ba develop kuke kan iba edit kan name sol dol tampa je Adama Barrow la Manjum state dabla ta men ko ne bol dol wipe out la Aliana from Denton Bridge kanana ya Jammeh land ba dole sanu jema ya ka fence back nun jamento kata fu hotel onyinto jumale o land nyinsa Adama Barrow na business partner Mohamed Ja wole nyi land nyinsa nina na je kata kotu la layout nyon ma fa wala another Gambian or dollar, one of the prominent Gambian diaspora, very expensive land in San Munje. Ya Jammeh be told Ronald, ya Nenetata would let go Korati, I will force to get that compound with a very cheap amount of money. I will force the course out lato, ka bushu buludal, I will bushu bul. Jumale Kodanisa, Arambarola Manum State Lake Kodanisa. You have almost 25 properties, land both developed and undeveloped plot of lands. Many Adama Barola Mansaku, Adama Barola Company, Manjum State, and all associated will benefit in your land. Adama Barola Mansakunda Bibolata. Now Usman so Kumasile Kamanu, Brabe, Abe director ala Gambia NIA. Jolly and Julie having a personal grudge totally. At later party not now Mark can you never know, and that is what is happening. Adama Barola ni member caring. Original list of the settlement. Abe mol bulo kona na findita janne. Member care wala ni dibe list ni edit carnival. Adama Barola la close associate. Wala ni property sol ni tayabe talantala nyoni with a very minimal price nyen. Wala na Adama Barola ata. Ala chronisol video in kumonyin file listo ni naratoma na kumbadum be nation ni address lale inate ya prepare and abe munafala nation ni whilst abe so-called commission olelondila within this period of like investigation on kono ibina ajela ko the original list and the buyers, the beneficiaries were listed in tampalale, a form of fake organization or company solely be registered many alonko umwate found associate la partner solely. Instead Adama Barola company at a menu sangala company intoyala will name will be tampered about replaced with few individual Amidu Ja wala Ja Oil another formula close associate and sarakule businessman on the businessman on me around kanibe dogo gigante zaibo dultaleka associate in the world. So Nina Rajibe the Fanta Toure. The Fanta Toure Ngafar Janna Diamonikona is a prominent Gambian business lady, a monkey business lady. In fact, at a big Maradingala brother Sola family la Gambia Kono. Fanta Farmer was a very prominent Sarakule, Koditiaram, very decent man. Me anamka Kodosotono back in the war. Adama Barola bol obeduko Adama Barola beduko la wala family atleka wala renting in koleki So some of the item you use Jambika family of course Fanta Toure la brother sold the America they are rich will they family tally dol son physically legally tanote wala yasan but ye Fanta fala use le ka gaja mela fango dol soto on his behalf baraka ke jumalati Adama Barola close associates ikaw Fanta la use kataka ufengol sawoli toyala but the names and the list Fanta kamembejo lanim beta matiko Fanta damale wasande ukufa na bekwela at later part of the commission ni manna ka kwenyenta some of the item yasa Adama Barola personal quality ye Fanta la name nyinta ya use wala nyama and most of the compounds on the lands and other properties like community it is owned by Adama Barrow not that Fanta Toure sulani kunjaro le nyinki baro nyenati. So gameno altali yo ko nyinta ka kisikisi. Baro. Atele mu sungoti. Banko bela sungo. Arambaro muneti. Arambaro na la in chronisol. The Gambia in me realize Gambia political. In politics, Gambia, some of the politicians, not everybody, but some of the politicians. Ika Gambia ding only use as their goods. Ika invest politics in the Gambia atara to an extent is an investment to generate profit for your personal interests and your surroundings. Gambia niaje Gambia be faka Gambia be develop kika nena nena baringo dole bota kachala bi akata da jara abe moto ko natara jara somo me da jara back in the days la jara somo la was jara la la korosima do to ka fuji korosima do la market on baba jubulo beautiful building on belon nya wato subu janila balde ka tarawul lato ni ndebita bolon ko ndebita koyna no Midana project or run and nga jar jele nga subo sanno nga ke je bar sawo subo le sawo be jamante mano fo ka wula kon se on le fa fa ke wa je bam because ti ako jara be dry si vato yim banko ka it's terrible jango go jara so be dry in bagere anyway. So Adama Barrow anala nyimma sakundala molo imang Gambia dingola interest solo. And these are some of the Gambian politicians in America. They are double standard players on the money. Gambia didn't only use to make profit, put it on the phone, and in an inner circle. Ninad na banko be faka. Alaji beban this property solar list remains in the Jumande benefit day. The same Adam Barrow a close associate on them. Adam Barrow close associate will lay benefit in blood. Money na happen. Biringi request nyinkela nyem funding kele mu funding ke kene balade meni yakonyenta bari na fikolo wuliya folalo men boko alaji kuranyol ilafta mol na tension on nyimbe divert to an individual itoliaje ko as long as all this ikaf mol accusing anything na nata UDP la member le bulata okono ibala ko politically ibe mola attention obonila Adama Barrow na la sum kanyon la kotole sa ye focus in the one of the biggest political party members so like member of United Democracy Party nyine mo alaji kuran na la mol ni na ani UDP la far right extremism men be within UDP ndebe malal nyama e kamoneta because alaji kura ni wuliya foleta ka wuliya fo ke call do to call people attention because ikanyineke puruka selen nauta UDP la ilafta men sotle na so de ni nyati UDP la castigate ngajele mon men yake jam. So he was able to convince those people nyineke da ne model tema engagement from the beginning. Nyinatnante I became one of the most hated individual among them. Because I refuse to think the way they think. I refuse to be used as a tool against an innocent people. You started from the beginning of long way back in the right after the mayoral elections. Employment or not. Ikomunatin that particular mayor obe model employer. Nko Gambia mo bele tati. Ika model employer manje wol nyanda tarela political party leto. But as long as Gambia no lemuti right to be part of that political party, can allow institution oriented. When that not happen, the far right extremism from associating the dimensional will not now more up employment siva like B will be lowering B Adama Barrow koma ki in a political party solta ka castigate the way they learned. Then one for you get a problem oriented. Mark became a threat. Mark became an enemy to the party. Mark became a worse citizens of that country because I challenged them. It will left until more left. India more choose the moment for India. When nobody, I don't even associate myself with any of the political parties. So being associated with that political party, the same individual can brand as the bad individual. I will continue to speak. Either like it or not, Mark will continue to speak the truth. Na opinion on many na melody that it is affecting your political party, ila ideologies, ila far right extremist ideologies. Ya mude fambuluje. Dinare ya samangwe da samodina mbalala Canadina. Bari Gambia la kolbe nyamenya na ubanko la balafa warta bake. Konante asia bata ubanko kane. Adama Barrow lota. Ako atele nyin commission on entire institute. A multi-mole tax. I love farm sold ta with contract like Ami Ben Sudan ala mall. Like the medial siya clear nyame. Amila Ben Sudan ala mall he practically involved in Jammeh commission privately as private entity making profit. Mansa Kunda Kijol, and this information, the contract was signed and sealed, approved by the National Assembly members. In Adana Autoni, can I menketa 5-7 years ago. Commissioner Moli ye membe di o Commissioner Moli wali benefit men na wali ye jo men la do ko la manaki issued for the past 7 years. But birin nafi ko nada bi. Ye la personal agenda so the extremist, the job seekers so many are feeling. Let me tell you, Adama Barrow problem with UDP as starting diaspora and the same diaspora living in Kongo. Let's keep it wrong. A failed hustlers, with full of angers, they'll be struggle the life is not easy with them in Europe. Dole back can simply because one of their members or a close associate is corrupt. I sunyaro like that sunyaro ika balu walla or bankokan and while special agenda to another individual. But he told it to nya for no mari because he will keep baluni the mandra wanyama. Will speak freely. One thing coming about an expel letter from any other political party, I less care about it. But nin tonya for what is it betonya. So nyune moldi ukobe mangi kilindinak. Monena na happen kodeke. Ami ben suda fendida. Diamol be kirin APRC la council. APRC la council the allegation la ami ben sudaka. Ami ben sudan na the 6 letter in Saveka Tanile allegation of Melaka. Ya apologize wala be $1 million request about for defamation of character. APRC nkoli aje ko yemella nyin kanto nyanteng fanialam imote ami apologize a case nyin drop the sister Imanala character assassinate. It was celebrated by the entire UDP, including the far-right extremists. But being Adamoneke, later on, fele findidana, kumo fele findidana, allegation fele findidana. Mamadu Kura allegation la amiben sudala ko korosi sela fa we otara ya Jammeh mansa kundani in kono. This was back in 2019. Biria by commissioner, a personal grudge because nyanda kodomen so loud lato ala arrogance na la fania fo na la wulia fo animambe commissioner ya bondi ane uguroji le bakon beri Gambia la funding ke li parade ko Adama Barrow la mansakunda ya Jammeh la fengol men ye wa fi lafta wala lonna right after Mustafa K Dabola revelation corruption men ke mansakunda ko yalon nyal be kala terolti albe kala albe kafula teriala albe tonya le fola sako atul men yalon ko ali groupol damal dal kali aim and objective lesson toward development of that country money not happens. Wala nyin kibaru ni Gambia situation be nyama ay hakilo blandi jumala kaybara la kelo kila la time okon musulim very powerful musulim dole be kila la jamano ni kono no me Hamza e motre na Hamza fa ni Gambia scenario jibe ni is some historical backgrounds about Islamo keleta nyadili Gambia la current situation of the nyama very powerful Muslim Maka, very powerful and rich. Wale Hamza kila la battle molo ala commander in chief. I monitor, I train to go and chill. Gambia la current situation of it. They deal with that one. Both la na say wala bula history do man in that, you know. Not tali kewa. So Gambia la cool be wala nyama bi. Alaji Kure ya bai. He has a personal grudge because a nyanda men sotla ud lato a photo ud lato la silang anana ataka faniata kata niko korosi sela fa ami ben sude idea sot ud lato amuta kore the crook oil from Nigeria mendi Adama Barrow mansa kuna kwe knowledge sot ud lato ite o nyininga obemo allegation of the this lady has a hand in this was back in 2019 Obebra je o manna happen no munena na happen ko take funding kele finite ko alanga Adama Barrow man sakunda no Mustafa K Dabo e fenesa vegan is became a great concern to the Gambian citizens munena na happen je funding gel finita koliketa tumene masakunda preso la kan at a jointe kanye with the intention of tenting ka musunyo into ta damage prior to be priority a big attention or sort no la men imagine been the serious because I never waste my time to speak about Quran because amantela watos tinya and the Hitler drone kandela wato janino Hitler imbala buko read kan ala ideology sa mona inject German dinolo kungolo kono jang take away enjoy than seeing Adama Barrow talking in the media while a Quran on Sifale is just a waste of space. I never listen to them. But Bimbe Diamola. So Mone Osabu Mr. Fofana so go see Mr. Fofana the Katanji be Campalantero, Rangala, very serious, you know. So Mone not happen. Mawar Quran joined the but Ataman joined Prumasakunda Nyanta many Gambia family sooner, including Adam Barrow government official of Manjatla interest. But a private law firm may hire with a contract approved by the National Assembly members and after all the tender. Another Jumalel feed wrong information on the extremists. Many funky go to the Tamu Gambia. Many a funky to moment the it will be all hand pickly as Cindy or Mazasira on corner. It will be Gambia be micromanaged because of the extremist way of thinking. Go accept my Jammeh. There I will have to think on my own and I have to reason. If you speak good English, this is how they measure somebody's intelligence. Be a perfect English speaker. No, Gambia are totally funny, you know what I'm saying? You have to think the way they think. No man get you are not intelligent, you are not smart, and you are not intelligent. This is how they think. You have to speak perfect English. Write perfect English, you are very smart. And these are the total failure among them. They're going to achieve their entire life going on with that perfect English and perfect reading of it. What do they? They are still bootlicking because they are still have the extremist ideologies that, Ninkari umanke mansatin the defense of the entire life. They don't even believe in themselves to achieve anything in life through their own creativities. Are you want me to speak about that? Ndakela mbamfara. Anjuale yele. Dela go get dimile. Ani ga bugare egevage come tena njibile kana kulodo jibile ka kinyo ya jabe ngeto. Let's care about it. Ibe la party tinya ko bari kanan to lel blame. Ko wuliyal ta kala lena. Corruption no membe kerimbe ajene. Nobody dare to speak about that and it took a corruption or a killer. But they don't talk about that. A law firm, a private law firm contracted with the government, approved by the National Assembly members. He left our tendler in a day broad light because you have a grudge and your personal extremist ideology toward what dingo. And the funniest thing is, the people who men from Ayano Kaying the Bebla Musuno back castigate la wala personally, a personal contribution to that political party. It will the entire generation. Kabila great grandparents so to now will no more contribution of your party. It take okay. Are you ready for change? Almanda Tonya Falamoli. Kana mulu ko ko accuse ka wulia bonena nyaka samba jana ko woketo la kodoletinya when that person is giving them. You see these problems. This is the Gambia major problem. It is sad. Anyway, Muhammad Quran is a pathological liar. You depending on a kilo time and the brain use. No man can and idiot already. What we reason a lot. Mock. Young accuse any time la. I don't give a damn about it. Hates. Adama Barrow be tribal political in Gambia. This is from tribal bigotry politics. The Gambia problem is beyond party politics now. Gambia be fakame. Aliala model be Gambia kabiri last banasa lolma subodo maya. Tulome mutuloti maji. Nin kulle be kering Gambia bi. Ika mo tambi tole jedron. Hana batala haji kumala. Akabla la si. Fo kulli kino etabanyala. Nalen sosalta jara. Jara de dry de Gambia beti. Nin kulle be kering jara. Nte konkata kulle la jara. Nte tali na sang konkata kulle la jara. Nte kono fanila no. Kon kole biji. Gambia mol kabiri last banasoro dolma subodo meya. Because they cannot afford it. Gambia ala ndema module ke tarole kosi kata do kola kela sama do fenwe ka balwala ne onde te balula bi. Ibe mojela kuranda la soko na sata ila sasa to ka fatale. Bari ya kullo to bade le jane mol kana wata wonde de ya nyimere. Ala ibo baba. Ko mune pa be janne. No jaran ko ngala apologize. Ngala apologize. Gamano la nga subjunior ni left kula ika smartly play your card very well and the opportunity sort of to make differences and ya be fail woefully be jumala blame la wala al fangolo because money bunch of job seekers come to new doli ye fali fureje ibe kidila nyoke be nyokelendila better therefore at the end of the day jumala ba keka the worst enemies of the state be will be enjoy kan Gambia banko be Gambia di will be tola kan way jumala saba be so tan diaspora ko la be create now Gambians are suffering dole be siri be social mazakunda be ni dingol baludo dole be siri wol bari wol be Gambia be na fon e be foiro la ko do ni sunyala e be banundi la le be la air ticket ol sanne ni bitad laldo this is not what is happening in that country atila no banko bitale ndanga mera katul ke mira nyama ntakela bam angata Adama Barrow la baza kola saka nyanda na finda na mefindi la counter attack new jimbe air America la tara boda kola mnyani jani end of the days Adama Barrow finda na ako jana commissioner report on mafuta lako the jana commissioner confirmed with a taxman dealer with the contract it was fulfilled yabe prepare key Adama Barrow la masakunda and it was well received and prescribed. Ya beta ya explain Adama Barrow through Ministry of Justice. Ya confirm the number of assets been Yemembe gather. And then bring Adama Barrow be along. Imuta kodeko saya kalikule ko blado be nyanta wol wafilale. The United Democracy Party la leadership advice ko ya jamela fengol manyana wafila dole nyanda uselale masakunda nyanda wol talale like ala bakery. Will dole nyanda sila the United Democracy Party la leadership advice in a pre-old tuye ya do kundi ya funding kill employee do koke funding kill employee do koke Adama Barrow la masakunda ko hani bi jumale o Jammeh o kanila family bakery nyesa Adama Barrow na la family ala na chroniso mo kurun wol damale wasa ya Jammeh landed property shall be Adama Barrow dinke from a benefit wall ina Democracy Party advice ko kana wafi but ebe mo nekela nafi ko do be yalla ndebe nyama and I cannot praising anybody on this planet I cannot associate but in come more jele big no it's crazy Adama Barrow not now for more kata mambo kalama ye family wafi wati mena Adama Barrow la the most controversial statement I made would la to kata man list of from jama any request you name and came of anything you would la na mune indicate ko tonyale mbiri masakunda ya multa ye company le soto me anako is the only eligible company me anako financial experience soto Alpha Capital wale marcha wafiro nyina ko jumala wat Alpha Capital la kola the current Minister of Justice Adama Barrow la Chief Justice and Adama Barrow la close associate wale marcha wa Alpha Capital ila business partners wala walti ila na contract ko di wala ida mali na bankola na flota ka talantala nyotema ala barona na mun ko katama anything law la barana ta ko to nyalem ye menu taw contract ko le wol jole to men tutaje wala te ya ke i ranke sole yele we count le yele we masakunda to yele ya kinye gambe di un nyabe siri journalist be siri ma Adama Barrow nyininka wo account o le jelle bi je ali meni wa firo kali jo jellera Adama Barrow na masakunda na Ministry of Misinformation on a pathological lie like Dr. Sumali Sitakai alkai doctor ya yaro nyinko sora nyin fake doctor Jammeh balbe kama fake certificate Jammeh balbe go to Nigeria la Howard University nga mole je gambele ko to jita Harvard University yara Nigeria la Howard University la certificate ole bol bari ka fonni gammeno le control jita Harvard University United States of America one of the best and the richest university in the world. You see how fake Gambian can be. Just speak perfect English. Right. Anyhow you want it, you are very intelligent and you are very trustworthy. Yes. A low man like me, an illiterate like Mark Jammeh cannot reason on his own. But ne for tomorrow ka fa ko monde kante fitna. Ndebe duna arjana mbelu to lorin dato. Betara na jimbo aljama mba fa la ka ila Kenya le fere bina kanne. Because ka komen lan, ka komen la mol. Bebe na ke amane. So ngana molu je kodake nyinko bebe keri ye mol men tombo ye wol tax mona inyanda mun finding nakela Adama Barrow man sakunda be listoni edit kan fo e pare ibina some of this committee ye men tombo ye men boko NPP la mol e bole kulloto kumandele nibe kachanye kela the Jammeh Commissioner of Volume 4, the edited part will be given to those people, Kajeko, in an investigation or never investigation on Yinkela. It is through the original file, but it is new edited Volume 4, if investigation on Yinkela, or Benani Benin, Timon Yinfanamol, Fiddler information, and these are the bunch of incompetent Timon for a melon, the Procata investigation. Okay, Jumala competent, I would like Namaki UDP in court. UDP got killing drone knowledge. Me and uncle, he's competent as a killer. And in PDI like NP. The rest are a bunch of useless Gambians. Many uncle la luala from a book pass no blanco. So this volume 4 edit part volume 4 about to edit this new committee melon or whatsoever will be through that volume 4 Yes. So some of the Gala members of the Fanabedi, many alanko, say the amos falling no. Ibe moja male approach la kulokono, prokanaki bribe. Sidinja is already been taxed, aning Demba Sabali. Walibitale prokata ka join you kodi kono. So medana jane to bao sokuda model left the journey. Anybody I feel like you left the journey to share your views. This is my personal platform. I'm not using this platform on behalf of any political parties, as for now. And I'm not associating myself with any political parties. The viewers, the listeners, anybody around me, I am not associating myself with any political party for now, unless I feel ko the NSGWP party nga register Gambia. Register Kanesila, Manifesto in Paretale, National Women's, the Nationalist Women's Political Party, Paretale, Sama register, the Jarankol, in Jarankol Monkarefa, and Best Samson like, and Hanan Yumitaita, Savala. Anyway, I'll request anybody left to join now. Kumumandia, far right extremism, Ningal offend. Napoveduma. But I love that mira la unyamalaka. We can disagree and agreed. But I love that mira nyamen bam farnda kela wanyama. Who Juma la dal join na mbar ngaji be na yara na nyin do na nyin mobile ate complicated back la nga overskill wala be dunna na mobile wala tesal mobile phone it been insured kaji ko any hack kasolo or whatsoever into do no you know. Yes man Mr. Cisse it late you know. Yang jarang kamu mobile table wala nyin de nga adle de Mr. Tal saluto ema albi control tole e Barrow drama ngo mfama de la ni left the journal why please mfama de you know Mr. Fafana
Assalamualaikum warahmatullah.
Maalaikum salam warahmatullahi yana jarang kamu mobile table
Unko dangal nalo mbelarin so ngana kamera tonne.
no problem it's fine just voice is
Yeah,
okay
because yeah. My voice is okay, right?
perfect it's loud and clear I'm taking very loud and clear
Okay. Mbela viewers will be content. And yala ne nkela program follow le back no matter how late it is. Ningeje live drone.
right
Sometimes for janding kala around midnight kadun aponyo ko nga jibe fo be live le pour que lo.
I know right
Yeah. LB program of fana is very important because ni wadi kono kule be kerime alon ko tonya you need people like you mele alon ko ikatonya ko no matter what it doesn't matter for it mel be lo mala be jale tulo le ba fate jale bar ikatonya ko drop because tonya le ka society samba
na bro banko ka tonya ka fojele nak bari billahi wala tallahi ganda no member la interest min noma wala siata dan member banko la konyin noma
definitely
abala fa wata
okay so intervention is on nsafo dal la saba maybe in the first one be diabla about commissioner government na kuoni like transparency the issue of transparency and accountability that is on the government side. Yeah, so that is the first intervention. The second intervention will be about this the Mustafa la article and
yes.
then Galala all that. And the third one will be Mamadi Kurang Aning Amibe Sudala case.
Perfect, you're welcome. Free to speak your mind.
Okay. So coming out on my first intervention about this accountability and transparency on this commission. They are on the Kabiring Commission Lora. What is the fact is that ni masakunda boita masakunda kudolora ani masakunda kodo membeje hana tilifula wala even it's 24-hour government
exactly
it is very recommended for the next government inquiry into their dealings you understand
right
so ndol be alone ya jambe kera Gambia for over 22 years ndol nte wuluta nga ya dembe tara masala fondara fo isafo dal bala kuyata ala masala ko so the fact that ko kadring 2018 commissioner lora Gambiano Beleo idea welcome I think it was 2017 rather Gambiano Beleo idea welcome and Gambiano Bele commissioner jibe and mamira mobe de member for like dissatisfied on what the commissioners have done. Understand? Because the commission was not created by a political party because Yalan Dolkan Nafika Mevoka for commission of UDP project only. But Hanyata Lu Ikawolefo, Milkawfo, don't as a like for example, don't as you as for me personally as UDP, I will be proud of it because UDP is a party that is interested in justice, accountability, and transparency.
And transparency, yes.
You understand?
Perfect.
Yeah. So, say, in commission order, commissioner yela do koke. I've seen the witness will interrogate le some site visit ke lalto ye jambela property do visit, and there are video evidences and other testimonies me along ye provide me along ko la report ko everything was there. So say ni commissioner ke da fo commissioner banda ida amira Gambia inalle bulo chodi la jumala ne atal ko kule ke commissioner to me along ko amam pele. That will lead me to the second intervention. Well, bring Mustafa la article in Findita for Galalot. Ita amira Gambia no inalle bulo chodi la ma secunda
government.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So because government only commission only through the act of parliament, and the same government only ka commissioner job. The same government commissioner la recommendation of Samba World. Say ni ku kete je me alon ko ali loi man tan. Well, ni ku kete je me alon ko maybe people are concerned about it. I think they have all right to question the government. There is nobody should question the commissioners or whatever. That is Momoka commissioner question. I don't say that they should not be questioned, but Momo Kebulo Chodi commissioner la on this matter, you have another agenda.
Very good.
All standards.
Exactly. This is my point.
Because
continue.
So say kabiring Mustafa la article in Findita. They are jale the irregularities in the sales of Jammeh assets. Some properties were bought by people. They believe that there are third parties behind them. Comme mol bejele mele alonko imarinol betalamas kunda kolole. It only bagato do bari it may for use directly. They use third parties.
They use it.
Those kind of things happen. No, little government kono, and you are involved in coming for Barrow government. It is characterized by gross corruption.
Absolutely.
Through many different ways. It's a tactical role even some government contracts. Even minister de blato, ministry there is a contract. You offer it to somebody. You are directly involved with that person, but you exclude your name there.
Exactly.
And then that's of interest. Well, now government contracts, Gambia government most of the time contract they don't do legal public tender.
Public
they just
tender
give
contract. Make a secret, yes.
So what we run into some of the assets were sold secretly, let me say, because there was no public auctioning.
Before the
some of the assets were
before I decided like a Jamela phone start ke wafi it will start like a phone wafi before this one. Report on your phone indicate.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So say after all report on there is an established fact that some of the assets were sold on the price. Their real value, their real monetary value was not used.
Yes.
The valuation was shaky and very, very fishy. Because we saw some of the vehicles on the report, $2 million. Yeah, worth $100,000.
Well, $100,000.
Yeah.
Complex of interest. That doesn't make sense. In that year, don't form a Yaleka Koda Ikakinadi. Koda Wafi, like, let's say, near Wafi, $10 million is but the actual contract document may indicate a put a mansa kundala ranke sokono. Wabekela $1 million. What it will 10 million, 9 million you only made you in a personal account. Some of those irregularities in the battle and in residual income. Imagine for modo fana findita kati ala korasa wala motosa mena. Aning ala name ni mental ya documents obala he may indicate what lado anate kodomen bondo moto nyonkon magi kilendi so adam barola himasa kunda kudima bale be kune nyanda me finti na gambe de ya understand
that list is all that list that is like it's not credible. I don't believe it's not credible because
the list is already
there are a lot of cases like that. Really in reality, they did not put that actual value because maybe they put money in their own personal pocket. Because there is no way even Rolls Royce wafila $10,000. That is madness. That is madness. Nobody can accept that.
No witness of a searing. No more dollar name the personally. Nga engage. Aning amount me alongo will indicate jele kaito nyembala. Anate amount men some men. It is quite totally different. But at legal documents babble and at na sanjele. But yeah, amount me indicate list on nyembala. Ala what you customer. It is far completely different. It's more than $100,000 is difference. I am telling you.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So Niagibe Barrow for as a president. Kabinin Gala Fintita for in demonstration, okay, and the police subsequently arrested some of them, and then later they released them. I know that was due to the pressure. Barrow found money for Barrow statement on Limbe Alomay and Hakilon. Barrow, what he said, Barrow exposed, it shows that Barrow is not fit to be in that office.
Exactly.
That's what you should point out. You have a president, commissioner on
individual.
Commissioner Pareta, yella report on Diala, a card for Malon report on Dol. About it is the same president ako nga account on create le me alon ko nga fengo dul wa lo ko do ke fo jandi ma sakunda be sula laba Barrow said this after ko ko card pidan
ngene mo na second analysis the same to fan contradicting la to Gambia dingol be siri more questions moment ko attending commission on institute ayalon da pareta bala d ya qu'est-ce vili pareta fana report ni safere bara report ni fana atema bara to nyalem bawo man sakunda la kol betene ni kol ke parete ka julol le ni ka contact ko le ni ke nandi naraje ko alpha capital le mo moti me alam ka fello ni finance la ko to ani experience la jere man sakunda na contract ko can you imagine it ma report mem beji imagine the asset ni na the value and then the amount of the asset you don't even have any interest in that list.
Not know where some assets are located.
But you are still aware that yes, bring wafiro nyinketa company in Jota Jil and the account le yele Masakunda kodo nyinke ola projani Masakunda vessel now. Arawaro more account indicate the Gambia no leko. This is the account where this asset la money nyinketa would lalet. Ni nyinka BOB onafulo for mantaraje. Billahi wala talaw fente would lat hanata ko account lebeji. It is absolutely nothing. So, and
then I don't know.
Yes, sorry. Continue.
Yeah. And also, if people can recount, there was a time, I think somewhere in 2020, Barrow was at his residence in Makamakunda. Abediamo ako commissioner from that was during the build up to 2020.
Exactly.
Commissioner because for something so Baji I think it's late Jesus Ezabaji. Akoyo Bama Raporda sis Barako what under his watch. So you see that Barrow was aware of what commission was doing, and so at some point he even interfered in the process, you know. Following for publicly there audio video. So
you are very
Barrow for so why can't we connect the dots? If Barrow and his government have any political will to establish the truth, Gambia because Yadame power be babuluno as a president or power be Nadedi Barrow. Barrow have all those powers.
Exactly.
So Barrow if Barrow have political will pour Katonya Samarin di Bangkoka, especially Katonya Samarin di commissioner of Koro, and then Yadambela in Nafload, me I Sunya, and the Buka Yadambela Nafload. Yadambe Kabramina, President Yala, Casio Montoroni, Babulo, Casanu, and that type of $10 for $15.
Absolutely.
So
I Gambia
you
ding la
cannot
family. It's better to say Gambia ding la family. Yeah.
yes, you Gambia ding la family. So now, if Barrow have the political will, Katonya Sabatindi, I think Gambian should be focused on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because even Mome along ko Barrow le lora ko Gambian be yani ka journalist yani ka when the auditors found that there was a massive corruption at his own office of the presidency.
Yeah.
Ako, auditors report
Personal
opinions.
opinions.
And we cannot yo wala on mirar kumolete afawa ko la nyam ako auditor la do ko auditor moy finance ke auditors form the independent opinion on the financial statement of their clients for preparation and examination of audit reports so itala ke auditor dunya dawda auditor la do ko na mon haliya opinion is the most credible document niata lu temari interest the transparency.
Yeah.
But Barrow dismissed auditors report as just their opinion. Their opinion more kasi from kaito kuntole kaiti killing we besila kunto maybe one month pruka kesolo.
Yeah.
You cannot just call that their opinion. Yeah.
Opinions. Ibe kisi kisiro kila finding yin kila bodo boda mentola dunta mentola. Jelle tutaji, jelle spenta, jelle tutaji, jelle nyanta murla mansara na keso. Ite jelle so. So with all that time, I have to say my opinion now.
Yeah. Nimbi the same Barrow kana kalo Gambia nara kafo say National Audit Office is going to look into the matter, and also National Assembly la ni council yalo ntela dibite on te kallo moy wala kabiri ni ko fenketa ngani ni ka nga ko le ya mente sa dan kan ko dire ka nga mo kala dar alkara committee le lo pour ka ni ko jibe ite mu ne foje akonye ko ala sidia akonye ko ntete da na kuro me alon ko na fata akonye Ninko kesete boraje. This is a delay tactic. Ini kele pruka Gambia no nene because 2025 sita Barrow saisa 2025 we are almost mid 2025. Barrow kemira 2026 election.
Yes.
July betam bila another technique jela Gambia political wrong 2026 Barrow
just to buy time, just to buy Gambia time.
Okay.
Jani being because after Gambia just 1 week relax. It will be to buy time. Jani in Bekela over presidential election on Tambit.
Yeah. Honorable Memfonia, ako limbaro interest at Prodala. Report will be generated. There are credible reports. Ibonde Talaya, Bondi Mole, Molia. First of all. Secondly, to constitute this, National Assembly inquiry, because Parliament la could be a majority rule.
Yeah.
And the composition of this commission or this inquiry committee, more it doesn't favor anything that is going to be transparent. Accountability, because
it doesn't balance at all.
And PPDP la nyaron koya, and PPDP la nyaron koya, and other party members, UDP, which are credible, and then even the independent message or independent from our
no,
so Nina the honey actually
yala wala problem
because all the parties.
Wala problem and oka sirinja la ball and because of overseas traveling ni ka kodo so dam padiyo monye. Ateka akatlo borin la sirinja no mawala jaba. Ni sira jana ngala kul jinta ngafi fini. Nin debate for the killing wala ye 10% National Assembly to pruka konyin discourse. Ateka manake nin time of voting in sida ka fini. So world dolman can motivate ala kwese Gambia no la right fight no. Because personal interest again. Yeah.
So honorable akonya ate date kuonito because hani ata do recommendation on among the committee members. Melbe government favor will be blue in the men or the killer. So there is no point of having interest in this commission or this committee. So obey someone gala. I don't think Gambians have ever been united like we did since 2016. And the way we were
absolutely
united, and the way we were united by Gala.
But
I think 1 week ago.
Unity
but it's a
couple of 3 days lade.
Yeah. Because why? Ntenga for a group lota without truth at a menola. And if a group is is having a problem of sectional interest. There are people with sectional interest in this group. One of the group price and then they cannot stand on a genuine cost. Because why? You don't go out of accountability. But more many group, more many function group, there are people we know them. I support this group because I want the truth. I want accountability. I want Gambians to know where we are spending or where have they gone or whatever Gambians want to know. Because you'll be all love that country. You understand? And me as a person, I'm aspiring politician or a public officer. So I have to be I have to be ready to make sure that we stand on the side of the truth, no matter what. But in main to the Ghana photo, I don't because more like now. Halima wulo like wulo ima like banana ninko yo ibuko tabu. So nga model di Ghana photo ibe Ghana no kunyaro wolma kentela bread and butter. But I still support them because belori men. But I know one day the other ila true color for ya finding. Because Gala yalo ninko mbabe for la dolba for at the personal attack. Gala savala bol you have hate mongers there, hate mongers ningo for one Meliaron ko kabalu konna yalla
hate mongers. I know them.
Kan tato anywhere kexane mulbe alone will move si fragment. But we still support them because what they stand for. But now that their true colors are manifesting, it be more declarative about what Gala stand for. I know there are also some credible people in Gala, but there are people that have a very, controversial, records on how they are behaving, So Gala ko for amal dara nga jam for back because
you have
a very brilliant
people in Ghana. Storing interjection. You have a very brilliant Gambians. Many along the Ghana team. There are few individuals which I don't need to mention their names, but they are brilliant. You understand? Nga modo like Sabala Dinni, Sabala Bolboy, wo kute kudu ubukame survey about UDP and then the youths. But at the end of the day, bring a jana sika mansa kunda nyinta funda fana lafto opportunity nyinta la proka seleba pro mansa kunda ba deni no nyama bla system ko no mama do sabari ngawle follow ninji. So after the nangastula nkunyara kunda I meant in the follow to this is from them. Ngole kena anon fintela nga fana moli ko UDP political party di ngoli jam fana molbi konone many along ko woli personal agenda le soto toward these issues. And what will not happen later part of the show. But a lot of people blame me, and then I change my mind because this is Gambian issue, and then people are ready to do it. So arresting Yengi. So there are people also many. I have a high regard for them back in 2016 to date, but not Ajibe Koteke big. They have a personal, grudge for whatever reasons.
Yalo nga de pala galala ko linga ko modol ko ikanyi me fofa even with regard abala ni dindo ndenga clear information rostole di day lumen na fa arrest alunga lo ne sabal because yalo force from me do nyaji do kulita ni gala ko fa idol même fo ni gal ni protest be start sabal fo la mo ko I can tell you Saval law dinengo munian ani ni jeto a best kabiri ati kulo boldita fa nyamuna na muneto fon wa kilindi Saval ko ni ko fenketa ni ko banta ni ko be wanyata talib the political career is dead because Obama bulo nota ni ko kolon alo Saval la wulia is very that Saval leo fo ne kabrao fo idol fana ko yo sai kai anyone the kita nyola drone. It are a model thing. Because if you look at these people, most of them they have one thing in common. They all hate Talib. Well, like the group represent in political side. Because yellow dies they are in their own political side, but they are united in Gala. But if you look at all that Government for sexual interest
they involved today, yes, 90%, because Keksane went against Talib. He campaigned against Talib for NPP. So you are very observant. This is the real fact.
But Sabali found akala didn't alin ko because Sabali are credible. There's no evidence. Sabali tonalon. Ako iboje. Imagine Sabali found a separate married. I friend nako. I didn't mula diata. I come a yellow wakina. Kafan sembel luan in other protestment. But he advised them to we are going withdraw.
Right.
But it was little too late because partner you do not Kuranyol Kayira.
Wow.
So in Manlandaku. Well, they defy Sabali's orders. Containing Sabal inside they defied Sabal orders and they went on with their protest. You understand? Well, the Sabal, Inanama Sabal statement for covering Bula everything. Kilfulana Nata statement. So, what ketaje wala na idea be bora Sabal Bosho lebu.
Why?
So, kabiri pindita Gambia Gambia and Dolfananga go okay, they are going to demand for accountability, but it will come to target. It only all on it can make target kono. It only all on and that is not based on only accountability. Because accountability they will not allow any individual in among them to divert their attention. More bala on individual kono. Come the way they associate themselves with Bokeda. Murana Kabirim Bokeda Barrow la audio ko ha Barrow ko Usman Sonko de kam fa ko Usman Sonko. Galama findi fandi associate statement over. And even though statement is true because that is true. Barrow te denial ni ada lu ya samba kot bari ya jere gala fandi associate Bokeda la statement over.
Right.
Bari kuram de ko kuram kan kuram bala hasidi ala kabiri findi sen kuray nafiki amella Abi Besudaka, and I could be farmer. And even recently, accusation of Melaka, Murana Galambi from the associate wala.
Right.
Because it will be to target crime. That is their target.
Right.
Wala na go ibuka may from the associate Kurambala, but ye found the associate Bob Keter statement over. And you bear on the co, Gambia, the Umola Fatuana for the commission of Fuy Bulo to the Barolaka. They are never accused Barrow about evidence to the damage because Nino can hear some court. They honey and sorrow until it told you.
No, of course. Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry.
The example dental for it. Child Beduna Kuran walk.
Yeah.
Mama di Kuran.
Janika do what lato.
Okay.
Matinga mole. Me TikTok for our site mafane. Ngan jata wula wando like half for konyol be donation okay you know wife leng alata ko nyako ila ka fo ko lebe jana ma fa na tele ka tinji na you know respect ko yema brother man kairo kono you know dole fala be TikTok to many ala ko lafta join na malon jumale request ni kina no adun tale nak par man fa vijere ala mandal TikTok la mala ka findi damento. So if you have anything to say about these issues you are welcome. So janimbe okela ngana sidia bula follow nimbe TikTok follow ali ni opinion about bula safo demanding in kana very sensitive area la maru me alanko oto na the Air Force Commander la reality you know so sidia he is very well articulate and anyimo kurungula e lonne ila agenda moment he knows it ninat ne ka brand as a bad person within yake extremist but it won't get extremist because I counter attack the far right extremist ideologies the way they believe I call it counter attack so you term him as a bad person so ultimately TikTok order Jumale opinion also Mola dundana nga mo fula betala de fo be jere mamala alkamo right. Okay.
Well, from my side,
it's fine, you know. So it is a continent. Yeah. Now to Quran.
Yeah.
The Amankanala, just 1 minute. Yeah.
So the Quran okay. So say Mamadi Quran. Alaji Mamadi Quran. Yaje Gambenol Nunkonga Banco Samba Funga Stonga Tonyafo. And Tonya don't se Banco Samba. Because Modu for the Jambato Fala. barinte ngamera wo yalam te ka fane mo man delusional mais aussi Gambia la min tamba nakke bale naka ñu pusan pule bal ngalon ne at the end of the day be tonya jela because it will franka bori menna it will like godfather ibola ko men kumbo kan sembo men be bolon biyo be baro le bul sonte malo mona ne to bukata baro no foy ko ke bulo chodilla so mamadi kurana case mamadi kuran based on ala former track record ala public record Bealone, he was part of the commission. He was the secretary to the commission. You understand? Mamadi Kurang exercise. He was part of the earlier auctioning exercise. Like if you follow me working commission of them because coming Barrow for la diamoda fonu nyame ko ha songol be je yanje ko se sunyano wala se filino iso ko ibatu yo
mbe
you understand
mbe episode use mbe mo kan you know
Mamadi Kurang dago exercise ni ko andul ndanga Mamadi Kurang na file soto Mamadi Kurang during time abeo exercise ko Mamadi Kurang did a lot of irregularities irregularities me fola ndele kawla la Mamadi Kurang na andul nga kawla asensa mo kot kwa sa wala de kiri so Mamadi Kurang kabira be ni asset soul Africa mainly Trakitol he was assigned to West Coast specifically at the first report. So Mamadi Kurang Aliti moment kara every day they were entitled to $1,000 hours. But Mamadi Kurang
$1,000 per hour.
Yeah, ika fictitious name sefele comme name me aloka maso ika sefele sto bala ya side ko yo jole after all mari your formal taw exercise.
Wow.
That led to the it was exorbitant. So kabiri internal inquiry about Mamadi Kurang. What were yalong ko Mamadi Kurang was like coming Gambia Gambia la ni malaria campaign and any campaign make Gambia. Ni coordinator GBJ wala financial fund. It can list ni inflate because I'm a witness of that. It can more to list ko malong ko parinol ma exist. So ni futara Sino Kejendron, yeah, for your Falanjola, Ata Ulmari, your maltraction. Yeah. Number two, Kurala during his auctioning exercise, there is a report within 3 days, between 23rd of July to 26th of July 2018. Kuraya amount to spend refreshment on Kunto. Yaki refreshment is over $27,000. So nte malo kurang akamune justifa sang Gambia me alo
ngama ka Johnny wakale mengo faka Johnny wakale mengo
faka well I don't know I think that kurang
Johnny wakale the most expensive wine all day, you know, in the world. Katuma Gambia maybe I can over 1,000 or 400 500 900 $900 per bottle.
So kurang report Amanda wo falanga fuelo yalon ko itu atata within a like atata for over let me say it was over $18,000 kurang kai fuelo sang during the auction exercise and commissioner report on balembe ke de commissioner la moto li kawle use no so amount is unjustifiable because commissioner la moto li ke be fuel from Monday to Friday ka be fuel like 10. So you don't need to buy fuel. You understand?
Yes.
So Kurang report Kurang was making money from the commission. So as a result of that, the internal, the head of the commission, Surah Hatajani, opened an internal inquiry in Kurang's exercise.
Yeah.
So Kurang report, Kabiring report this guy is insane. He's spending an extravagant amount of money.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, it be because it is no track to Wafikan. Track to follow Kodo Mensila, it is spend already. That means in business terms, you are creating a net loss. You are spending more than you are earning.
Generating
of that Kuranda I I tracked all the but the among biosolar list, biosolar name record.
Right.
Understand? And kurang found a record, ala report kurang kapo ben lako nga KMC track it all san. KMC la kurang found a report para track it all, track it all membe wa KMC hani KMC to clean tege. So ite ba follow la yadi le KMC nga track it all ya KMC wali yadi na le ko na naman track it all sang.
And in the master, yes. So at that report, where KMC indicate what that.
Yeah, but KMC la report for bala. Ate kuran la report KMC to teje. I tried to track the wife KMC to from teje. But he went on his Facebook KMC to me.
Yeah.
You understand?
Right.
So because of his irregularities, internal inquiry linda for Kamal. Kabiri aje ko nimbe tinyarola. Warole Miss Ben recommended that this guy should leave. It's either he leave or Ben found he leave. Nimu anniversary dala ko. Miss Ben ko ida kuraye boje wala ate boje because Miss Ben Gambenul alanga ko jibiani hakilola.
Right.
Taliban Sudan is a public Taliban Sudan is a government target.
Yeah.
Bibi lala nimbara soro abe Taliban Sudan damage lale. Conference Taliban Pinano Barrow no.
Yeah.
So Melka ha Talib is corrupt, this family is corrupt. Sangi gel Barrow the president nyala Barrow inana ma moy government evidence killing bondi pour ka Talib charge.
No.
Inana ma Talib to moy any edit kwal kono. Inana ma moy there's an investigation where Talib is found wanting of embezzlement.
Yeah.
But Kuranyol katela Facebook like Talib use embezzlement on. We have other councils may along ko tinaro keta jela Birkam area council on the Silfo Sonko.
Yeah.
Masibo men keta jela nan jong. Inana mo kuram moy I ko.
Yeah.
Na health sector.
And then mandiamo.
Tinaro men keta kuran nana mo se.
In any mess they have a personal growth against this family.
Gambia Port Authority over $300 million in all the other
Office of the President, Tinyaro Menketaje, and then Masafe, Minister of Health, Tinyaro Mekerinji, Quran and Maratama Western or Safe. But why this special person?
Hanni ko KMC la motor panta silokan kuram safu lack of leadership, incompetence. So you see, it's a personal issue. So because
like this
go or
I had a personal growth in sort of Kabiria kick out from the commission because of our irregularities.
Yeah.
So let's say $1,000 is per hour. I cut an extra hours for maybe around 10 hours a day. Meaning he's earning 10,000 daily. Then 12 hours he's earning 12,000 daily. So very about would like to nyama. Ajako nyemuso nyola recommendation o either they leave walantenga leave. Yajako nina value that because they have a private farm. Many are contractless signed with the government. A new contract will be terminated. There will be a plows me along with being company in Jola. And as an individual, a mentor. A base of a minimal contract. Yajabo will at their leave is better than we have to keep this law firm. It's better than an individual. So
exactly.
So he's at as a personal and against this individual. Amanda go for the because what
you resign apart resign. Yalo arrogant so by and then honest Gambia be alone ni balo do kola amelo ko silola menu loi man. You have the right to go to office of ombudsman lawyer ita court and they are due to murder do kola but they compensate the damages. More be Gambia me alone ko sila do kola ya the time of 20 years ago. But yela ibe imarino le ko very cover after change happened because by the amelo kan silo manta.
That's right.
So why could Kurang could
very vital information revealing in blood, But more than a request maybe he has something to say. Thank you, Mr. Tal. Respect for Irma. Barakat. Don't be TikTok or the MLJ. So, Malon for ma ku be nyari
Mbe kunde man, yes. Akira nyadi do.
Cooling kay man dun juna so be mi setale la moy kang man dun juna ngata tema dali I understand it. But I don't know if I sense make
Mr. Fofana sense make Kuba le revealing la gameno nyanta na far right extremism nyanta membra le kokol. Yeah, reason well.
Yeah, Gambia from ni si fala from siata Gambia.
Yeah.
Siata je bakele because mo ka tilim bali akele I understand it. Nia for I understand I ake enemy.
Nyina be kiri nyina te ende muda enemy.
Yeah, nyina be kiring. Gambia nol mala fitonya folale, mala fitonya fasala.
Ne tonya fo me de ite ko ni membe be dinna ka corruption on kere. Can you imagine this? Can you imagine this? Let me just take this example. Ndolo ngedeta as na candidate nge electing winter nge samaje ngwe kara Gambia dingo lel saf. Or taxpayers la kode bole manage la. Yene yadi mola. Yo amurundi o banko dingo kampuri e fan na fala. Inara na e fan tax quoted per day nyanta this amount of money le sotola. Ni calculating na rabeji in the sound collecting nyanta almost $720,000 is sula mearanko o market la fendi la sans so da male what. It will mean be glory quick left justice. Nobody is talking about that. Ntengo ma ila kullo kono de bunkono na bongla da kutabla yendele ke da what enemy. Muna na happen be naraji newspaper will have it that and nobody among them is speaking about that. But he indicated the worst enemy in our society.
Yeah.
They want to use that individual as a role model.
Last time Bella Toto, one marine will be in Kurale defense count. You come on Yantaka petition or later, your defense because almost think of bank pudding on the many along all the look and bank pudding on lay, I understand the color right fight.
Yeah.
And then after a protest call and then more diamuda, many a protest came last time, more full beje, volunteer trust walla.
From the beginning, and then they
told for but will fake tele real.
Almost fake. These are two different things.
Exactly. Protection
let me just mention this. I give a damn about him. Keksane, a pure fraud. May I go frost telemati. A lot of jana ye mola go for kolonyinte ya be mismanage. Inarna moneki in Pruko Queen divert. Yamonaki akwe at a kidnap, le mole at a kidnap, more at a kidnap, it at a family to the Kabruko. Gona nataji to moment police or the aje when you move fake information all there, fake publication or Adara fane baka mole la kodonyinta ya sunya tata wol taka fonta kuma ya mutare ya kidnap la ntajala potajala wada mole kamasa. So nara jokoteke ubu kidume ala kwa political party dita kaka mansa kundal against wala tamanya mambeti ya PDOIS. Abota PDOIS fabota je famu mboje. Adara kafujuma ala Bakari Baji me ala musole ta. Ana finita teta angal terika gambedi on la taxpayers of la kolonyin ta. Kataka padimo jo ala muso puri nyanda kordale lole. Yasol la nela property yole diara. Akata wole di Kataka Gambia poor taxpayers on la kola korota kala muso jo kata kala bungalo anyanda stela damento. Ye wana na campaign ko this same criminal ole sungo ako because Taliban suda wala mansa kuna o mantra dogo ke ko lato wol atabe campaign ke kam bakar bajide pro ena KMC mane saja fanasi employment auto. You see this bunch of opportunities many are in a life that depend big in nekam. It's totally in a mess. Gambia is in a mess, bro.
Because when we came from a call as more loyal and then they fight for our rights.
Yeah.
When they found Jammeh fake, they might will.
I'm telling you.
For Santo and Menkatara Duma, Katara Menke can Duma is
quite different. It's pure quite different.
Well, I think Adama Barrow government or mantra taku can but Prumolia killing no easy because men were killing can Jammeh be fake tele marvil.
This is it.
Adama Barrow ambassador Kudabe Yabe, Adam Barrow government of Benyabe, can you make Gambia?
But damn.
1 week. Wa kata fa ba kana ni ko nyaadi dem boy. Mr. Njai mbati na yala na ndo ka kapare interrupt la le no. Diamond. Kon na
I'm serious.
ntamanta
Is it West Africa or East Africa? No, baya na bro. Alam pang ko benya mga tambira chahan wala le. No, bro. In serious na like ye content like where like ni bangko like hypocrisy maybe bangko na bro. You cannot fix that.
I'm telling you.
Demand bangko kang almost 3 months.
Yeah.
Kung masih momento passport de dabas aman bete ya.
Yen aji
Million boy. Nka chahan kula manke chahan kuti de.
ani kana jibe o masa kunda kilometer passport apply da ben 3 months in maso o masa kunda wale mansa ila moli immigration officer so wulendi ko gambe don la kata bata banku dolo kan e neighboring country ikata gambe la kaito di o mo la jibe because o masa kunda ko batande kan
voice for election boy baro kana kakkel sunya saite ibo banko kuma ni no real la nyaadile
this is it
kuma no banku dingol banku mankente damati mo jama because last time ngamo modo fan kana la dimbala nyata dala holiday la blala do la pasoro wala atine manta e pasoro du ni Gambia hansa mala pasoro so
I'm telling you
million le ka kasaro banko kan 1 million wala ka dum mun tole to
a personal interest
mak yalla boy la Gambia no nyanda chaano bulalal de banko tambira mo la balu hadama du nga balu tambi ba tawta la man
no o banko is in a mess
ala le batalo e famo kam boy fe famo ke e famo tan ite famo tanya wala ke famo batandi
I'm telling you no o banko pride ko ba ko le ba
jari mo sabal jol kick out ali e be sama mile tu o banko yeah pare Adama Barrow Adama Barrow boy naya moy momo bulata any scandal kono boy mari hana be mun place to aya bondi je follow yalla ko kiskis
no te okay la
tenga dala si lulu tang chike de ko ma kite fo alon kon tele ni dala si lulu chike de ko ima any step taje boy
yalla ñu
fana be hañi la ka do kila
yalla mo na sabo barota keno e baro prankle baro be nyame ye baro bulala suñaro ki ya blono to that extent anata la masakunda la mo fo da bula corruption ko barote legal action or turn against that individual because now after that ku jamala be expose la this is the fact
they are all in the same camp.
This is the reality.
Boy, soldier all you will hear Adama Barrow Bondije boy. What bank Barrow Jama?
Ni ñu parole de la ka violence le instigate. Ye na fi ko le e be the same na fi ko le they are going against you.
People no boy ni nyandi de Gambia dingol beje hani sha ni be 19th century men kono Gambia dingol dol beje wonni konkule ci lay raka wuli
ko dol beje kabri las banna solo le suboro me madama ko hani sa
boy wo mu bala faleti man
I am telling you
banko kay ka moy le ko ni million carle suñu raje
alta jara so jaran ko dol beje olen ko je ko ne kabri las banna solo mo
kon personally para do maralo ke ka nyame man tani apika tani silo la Gambia is very civilized in the state with Adama. If we Gambia no let's have a conversation.
Right.
It's coming for tending a coup and orders. We have a very good solution. In we are all united. We fight for the same cause. Why hypocrisy? Boy, we are so hypocrite.
Yeah.
Who is Barrow? Barrow me yalon ko hani fango abano iga use Jammeh talkless of a gun. Don't like Jammeh bondije. Who is a fit? I mean,
Jammeh is a smart criminal.
Bro, Jammeh is most smart. A
great Mr. Conte.
If you are ready to kick out, let's Jammeh buga jele nak bari mbek kuma kilim fole IC what time we be Jammeh bond la même beje ya loyalty Gambia no yende de
and the same IC la beje
yeah okay so but sign them member sign thing ala by soul falling de ala by soul change de
no it has to play the same rhythm that Adama Barrow did because nyunia beple yalo pabi fana ku kilin kira la problem oti pabi ala I alzima soto abenyamen he cannot think like at that jamela erani wato na kemira nyamen keba na le sonno mol falento brain yin yet some disabilities So this modern technology may introduce that this man has no knowledge about it. The data electoral data. No, Oman can ala health wise in man can what election of form conduct no. That man he completely lost his memory. But Sunday I is like Kiamano in Tomone, but it are populist like Ebalene election of Binasutiala. Nindia Mosnas is neka on bill. Adama Barrow la plan hol be Kenya. Niaje Gameno buga mem the Yalandola opposition party should nyanta cons nyanta kila concerned wala corruption or Adama Barrow be the unity. It doesn't matter which political party you belong to. Gambia economically Gambia is at a bankrupt country. Adama Barrow man sakunda be mun tactics like play can something how to retain Ilaji seat. Not the Gambian in the Gambia can retain Adama Barrow government. People are suffering. People are dying. People are starving every day. So in order to do that one, they have to create either external registration. Kagambia kaitu di more lela so very we have only one serious opposition party. Mr. Fofana Joranda de Malamun, yeah. Opposition. They are all opportunity. You make opposition or they are opportunity. Opportunity. But you have a problem of having the diamond. The opposition parties, the only opposition party they have the ability to make changes. Nana newly extremist soldiers at all. Many America came in and they have their own special agenda. Ibuka banku dingo frose kwete nyanti mira nyamete sudah kartela membuli ko frose ko nyanti mira kwete ke mira nyama. That is a very wrong political move. It is a very bad decision. In fact a very narrow thinking. Konte nyanti de nene da lenye ko barin kombe frose la kete samana by force. Come on, you are an independent man. Mbukela da somebody, mbukela company, mbukela bunge, mbukela family balundi. Iko ite mira nyamente ko by force ite mira wanyama. Am I with my real sense? So, and then the funniest part of it, Momi Alam is part and parcel of you. I never be cooking. Ila extremism. Imana pulling banka kunda remember banku di yankan katika bankola na kuloti yakam. But at any moment be the same aim and objective to make changes in that country. Ikila extremism, ila hate and ila personal grudge. Ikatili that individual. This is totally insane, bro. So there are the oppositions and we have a big problem. We need to reform both mentality, the way we think, the way we reason, the way we approach others, the way we approach our own people within ourselves. The extremism ideologies are so useful when you have your own government, you can radicalize toward your government to make some drastic measures in certain cases. Force people to you make people like but tema me ko kilim fana understand ko Gambia non men ka bulo ko ci Adama Barrow fol ma fil ko comme batabo ba wala fa wala do wala boy ba no sadada ni wala ka badu sadala wala fo se bulo ko ci le sadada ni balu abanda yana sa dole be jewul baadi mun lebel bi ko e kata wala no ma kata ni sam wala ci la media ko wala men ko Adama Barrow ko duma yo fo Barrow direct in TVs. Dr. Is depressing. Dr. Sisi and Alim Badanga, Mr. Fofana Fanasa, the General Fana, dropped a number of motor and something. Nalo and Moment for a life. I digitalize the bag again. Can you no, Sam, Madam, and the left them the special. Something I will be able to say, I will. No more like you are going to Santole, no, not Bele needs Sanye, you know. Mr. Fofana, because I sense make love. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Mr. Fofana, I dropped about motion and you know. In fact, 3 o'clock la kumata nyanta wulla juna na alakotoya. So sinaji in a few minutes time since wrap up. Mr. Fofana.
Okay, then we can right.
Very well.
Yeah. So like come here for that so good at and then it's getting late. So I'm going to make sure that I can summarize. Yeah. So come and for Kanu, Mama Kurang case. Mama Kurang have ya kabiri a bondi commissioner do me along code total the sabatrin me along code. It shows that Mama Kurang was involved in irregularities and very example that miss come ni kondo wala ibera do ko la bari be ko ke kam daron ko ani do ko la satol man tam so wodani lola Mama Kurang bondi taje bara bondi taje on the recommendations issued by Ben Sudan. So wo kamala Kurang ye kelo wulindi Miss Ben Sudan kama bari ade kelo wulindi nyakri I kelo wulindan out of hate and out of come ita amera mo meat na ye by do ko ay ko mbaru para ngati ya so effort kono he was not a man he was misguided because ni be mo kele la we pare kele do ran le so one ko ya make sure ka tumi mel na ye evidence so
Right.
wala ba tumi la mel na lon ko te am astino fa bankete damat yalo sometimes dua ko kono ise evidence so mo kama ite damma bar na dal tete damma la it's not enough ko witness or lesson so Quran have no witness kan ka topen accused aka topen alleged is to the amount witness so ala and the form evidence so kan gambenol men ka fa Quran ya bahay inalle hakilo
Typical Gambian hypocrisy wala jama. Ikafa dia we abani. Ni wala problem ko. Yeah.
Yang kuba ture kabria sentence kabira manson testify la ya sentence to death by hanging APRC ko bulta jana rambo jata ñu bulta jana we are soldati with you are so like that court atata court dem mu ne ko they maintain the same sentence to death for last ko le na the Supreme Court ya la ko ni commit to sentence life sentence in prison but still sentence on yalo mo sen pali but only de ka for soldati with you kabira ta court sila killing wala sila fula le denta court kabira bodo la moment so Mama Kurang should be very careful because ate ala calling it was not based on principle but out of hate mongering. So I don't invest around the way because Hani Gala boy so linga do de ka we want accountability. Come and take a admission to no problem. Kai to le caring. You can bring commissioner you based on contract. It's like a private contract because she's a private firm. Another team that all contracted privately. So Kabri a contract privately, you'll have close nothing. Contract for every contract I close lesson. If duration and what is your mandate, what are your powers, what are your limit, what everything there
Right.
So Tata Parliament, in the salary, we go 500,000 on the phone, we go every 3 months, but Omake allegation that matter, and I low fan bill because he contract on the side. So you don't fall Nibo become misleading to the camera for allegation that they were personally paying her 500,000 for don't for how long it go there. That was every 3 months. And
he was doing her job. You can feel it. I'm selling it 10 million. I pay 5 million. We have a deal done. It's not the problem here. You can feel, and people should not even attack personally. You know, when I do come because I think do I work, you know. So it's
definitely.
To make the recommendation of a government need those stuff. And it's the lack of competence from the justice minister for the relevant documents in like recommendation from the commission. It will contract to look onto
the commissioner give recommendation to Adama Barrow government. Adama Barrow government natamunege a white paper introduced. Imanna actual commissioner recommendation on income. Ila white paper imunege. there are few individual names in Taka wiped out again. Member Kojumala, Mambo Janyo, you employ as the Minister of Health. And in
People
Jumaka,
people like
national protocol.
how much take over of the commission of color because only big maran yard and the finance. But somehow
personal protocol officer, you only type here the name you wipe out. You will employ because we'll be the same strategy in Tanila Jamaica operating Jamaica Sunyaro Kenunyam. That's why Alambro Masakunda continues to Sunyarola.
Yeah,
saying that the government does not have any clue about the recommendation. There was no report, give to the government. What is because of lack of competency in that government?
Information on the government that is quite misleading. It's
not
true.
Doctor, I think it was in the
Doctor Sisa it's not true. I will for you because Doctor like
the problem I have with this part.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know.
Serious note, I think Quran is doing good with the boys and everything. Accountability matters to all Gambians.
Yeah, but not to target an individual. You have a personal against that individual.
Exactly. This is a national asset. Everybody should be count for it. You can feel it.
Yeah.
But Qatar will personal will salary. That is a don't deal. I have something to offer to sales, and you offer me a price, and we agree on that. That is not important. It's not even relevant here. What is relevant?
Important. It's just personal growth against that individual. But in Mansakunda me institution on in London to kaka the former regime financial dealing and everything. Mansakunda approach. You want transparency and accountability.
Exactly.
Go to that government, not the contractor. You have nothing to do with the contractor. It's a own farmland.
Some of them they don't have even $1,000 in their account.
No,
none of them can pay. No, hold on. I've been honest to you. Pulang should be very careful because those government can follow go for me. At the end of the day, we know Gambians. They are very hypocrite.
Go for
me. Post until we there, and you be able to inform
for government, we like mobile entire life vehicle go for wallet. How many sick people live? How many sick people live in Gambia? Many Arab is Jarata overseas treatment.
To be honest, I'm proud of them. That is other way around. Like Barrow, Mama, that is good.
That was a perfect move. But among them, some of them they have their own personal agenda.
That is so personal.
Yeah. So Diamond, Mbali Pula Jammeh san 3 o'clock for that. Nyanda Wula Juna, Nyanda Dala Jammeh san. Boy, he tended to the down Bakilo, the Nafo, and them Lieutenant General Disa. 4 star level Musina. What am I commander in chief? Commander. The Sunday Banini can. Barrow slaughter one day in the night. Yalan will make it Barrow. This currency is not the Barrow, that's so many. Njaya for them. Need sitting general operating team on in Pareta Adama Barrow, but there will be no election in that country. I'll not money suffer from now on. If under the protest level bank on Yankan, but in my borindi. My borindi. I'm not government media. Government media. The only credible information even mentioned if it have fat Kera Fadule and in Mustafa Dabola report. Never reply. No, forget it. Forget what they will. Thank you so much. About that, Thank you so much, man. Viewers, ngamobe kontong altona kontong. So medana legend na jaran ko le Mr. Fofana, it make a lesson on the platform. You are very well informed, brilliant, independent mind. I like an individual, you can reason, you can think on your own. Don't allow people to use, don't allow people to use you to think of them, to use their brains. Don't rely on any other individual. In a music channel, you create an idea, you have a very solid conversation with the person. I'll come and catch create an idea, think beyond Allah Katanyin Dambala. Let me tell you these stories. More than now I'm on the mobilitator. One time at a time in board, the Okatra sitting in internet would have a funny follow Billy Moronyana Maranga brainwash. Nga could reveal gentleman of when Arabo Katale. I can't Donald Trump left on the amateur. No, some governments are very interesting. Anyway, better knowledge and that details. So I need to come for the guy, young guy, the parade. I'm not to Janin Donald Trump, Arambaro, will have Arambaro, in the Gambia, for Donald Trump or Hajra to interfere, Gamenola, na internal affairs, especially the leader of that country. Magical Gambia terrorism, the Wale extra, if Boita Banco, Dole the stereotype, political propaganda make Gaddafi la monkey or see but in an elected government Donald Trump. For Donald Trump is the America for another American extremist or lual fan and follow a foreign bio bank up and then Sinalon the Menkera. So madam Allah baraka baki why. Be was no more control. Hey Kafako, thank you so much for the gift. Mr. Fovana, Mbesot Lajane, time to time, you have to be a regular visit to this platform. Near time also the best on the study the time. I am to hide it and to do go and in the platform of Kata. I'll shoot you. Bye bye. Ciao, Nalbe